Look at him. He's just dickered. Just dickered, boys. Son of a bitch.
Yo, yo. Class A and macro. Not connected, not elected to participate. Bouncing down the stems will make your head hurt. Enjoy the takes. Says her whose head burnt.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Take a Wide. This is 216. Episodes are forever brought to you by Dave Levitt Photography.ca. Dave is a friend. He's from Cambridge here. He does music videos, websites, promos. He can shoot your band, take some live shots, shoot your car, whatever. He's a talented photographer here in town, and he supported this from day one, so I'll support him till the end of the time. End of time. Dave Levitt Photography.ca. Also brought to you by Kevin Rigo at Heffner Toyota out in Kitchener. That's 3121 King Street East in Kitchener. If you're looking for a new car, a used car, I'm not sure if you're in the market for that, but Kevin is a trustworthy dude. I really trust him with my life, and it might be a task to trust someone with that type of an investment. So if you're out that way, go see Kevin. Go like his page. The link's in the bio or in the description. Just go take a look. Say hi. Kevin Rigo at Heffner Toyota. Also brought to you by Wellington Brewery out in Guelph. They supply the beers for this podcast, and right now they're doing they have a grisette. It's how do I say it? It was brewed by the Queen of Craft crew using 100% Ontario hops, generously donated by Clear Valley Hops, and 25 cents from each can will be donated to the Guelph Wellington Women in Crisis, which is really dope. So for more information on that, go to wellingtonbrewery.ca. Also brought to you by dapperbeardoil.com. That's my buddy Andrew. He's out in Ottawa. If you have a beard that you're looking to fancy up, I guess, go check it out, dapperbeardoil.com. He's got 3 types. It helps hydrate and repair. It reduces beard dandruff. He's doing pretty well. He's supporting this, so if you want to go support him, use the promo code TAKERWIDE free ship, and you'll get free shipping on your order, which is pretty great. So go check that out. Now, finally, brought to you by Ironclad Graphics out in Kingston. Ironclad, they're a custom screen printing company. They do shirts, koozies, whatever, posters, they got stickers. They ship coast to coast. It's quality stuff. It's affordable. I know it might seem like, oh, he's in Kingston, I'll just get a local guy. But even the fact that he's in Kingston, he still is competitive. And just go to ironcladgraphics.com and mention the show, and you'll get $25 off your order, which is great. Save some money. I think that's all the sponsors. All love to them. For this episode, I'm speaking to Carlin Blackrabbit. He's out west in Siksika First Nation. He is the organizer for Moments Fest. Sorry, I'm just pulling up some stuff. And his band Iron Tusk has a new 7-inch they just put out, which is pretty fucking dope. And we're going to talk about that, talk about all the things that are happening out west, kind of get some insight on that 7-inch, and I don't know, just the same stuff that I always talk about here on this podcast. So yeah, without much more of me talking, this is 216 with Carlin.
My Bret Hart coffee mug, so can't go wrong there.
Let's see.
Oh.
What's that guy up to these days?
He has his own beer, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, with a Big Rock Brewery here in Calgary, I think.
Oh shit.
So he got his own like Hitman Heart beer or something. So he's out promoting that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I kind of see on Facebook you're like a wrestling fan.
Oh man, it's ridiculous.
Okay.
I think I lose like I think people remove me from social media just because of that.
It seems, well, honestly, probably because I listen to Rogan, and like he has some guests on, and through the fighting world. Sorry, just set this up.
Yep.
I see it more now as a actual sport.
Yeah.
Than I did before, but it's the not immaturity, but it just seems too dramatic. But I guess that's what is appealing, right? Or what is it? Why do you like it?
Well, I think like there's WWE. That's the main thing. Then there's like all these independent companies like Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, Lucha Underground. Internationally, there's New Japan Pro Wrestling. So I think if you really want to watch wrestling, watch anything but WWE.
Huh.
And then WWE is like the storytelling kind of thing, like the feuds and all the dramatic stuff.
Huh.
And with a little bit of wrestling. Yeah.
With the tiny bit. Because I think of those live events, and those look fun. Like the sort of like maybe you relate, but I relate because it's like, oh, these are just dudes that love to do it that aren't getting paid shit and are struggling. So I would rather see a local show. Maybe that's what I need to do. Have you watched Glow on Netflix?
Yeah, I watched that series. That's cool.
Yeah,
I liked it.
That's kind of made me think like, oh, maybe I actually could get into this. Like as far as the amateur level.
Well, even like when you're starting out, it doesn't seem too hard to get a booking. I mean, I think if you just start somewhere in the industry, you'll get hired eventually, eh?
I guess, yeah. I wonder if it's like a small town that has a rep team where everybody makes the team. They're just like, yeah, we need bodies. Like, sure, come on out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh shit, maybe I should see it before. I got some buddies who see it in Ottawa and they just rant about it.
Yeah, isn't there? I was just in Ottawa a couple weeks back, and they're having a WWE event there.
Oh shit!
So I think end of this month. So I think it's been a while for Ottawa to get a wrestling event.
Yeah, like the big names.
Yeah,
right?
I believe Monday Night Raw or something like that. Yeah.
How much are tickets to something like that?
Well, I've been reading that ticket sales have been low, so maybe $20, $30. Yeah, man.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Maybe
especially in a hockey arena, you probably get decent tickets.
Yeah, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Huh? Maybe I'll see that. So, dude, I'm glad that you hit me up because I can't keep track of all what my buddies are doing, and you guys got a new 7-inch out.
Yeah, we put it out a couple weeks back we did a release show at the Palomino here in Calgary, and it blew all my expectations. Like I think we almost hit capacity for the venue.
Holy shit, eh?
We sold a shitload of merch, made some money finally after all these years.
So
yeah.
what were you expecting? Like when you, because you would think that when you plan a release like this, that was the official release, right?
Yep.
And yeah, you want bodies in there, but what were your expectations? Because it was in Calgary, right? Which isn't that far, but still.
I think we were just stoked to have them, and if we could sell one copy, we'd be happy. But I think we ended up like clearing. I believe like we must have sold about 60 copies that night or something. Yeah, something like that. So,
holy shit, that's really good, man. You guys did how many? 300 or?
Yeah, we did 300, and then that same weekend we did a show in Medicine Hat. You know where that is, right?
I do, but how far is that? Is that north of Calgary? Yeah.
It's kind of like going towards it's east of Calgary, going towards like Regina, like on the lower southern Alberta.
Okay.
So we played this the Friday night before our release party. Yeah, we played an all ages show.
Oh, cool.
And I mean, in small towns, you never know, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they had this local high school band play. And like there was like 200 kids in the hall we were playing, and
Jesus.
We were on second, so we had a really decent crowd, and same thing. So it was just one of those things where it kind of worked out for us.
Yeah.
For the release, anyway.
Well, that's the hard thing is people's interest will wane quickly. So you want to strike while the iron's hot, and you always wonder how long of a window that is before people kind of move on, right?
Yeah, exactly. And with this release, like we put out cassettes too, and we were gonna do CDs, but it just didn't make sense. And iTunes, Bandcamp, all that fun stuff.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting. We still sell CDs. to the point where it's like kind of, fuck, we have to press these, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because even me, when my iPod broke, I found myself buying a few CDs. Like, shit, my van really only, you know, I don't have a tape player in the van.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have to get CDs.
Yeah. Like, we initially were going to do like a short run, but I think, kind of overdid it on our vinyl budget. So, yeah, you know how that is.
I do, man. It's a struggle to make it affordable for people and to make it look good and still, I don't know. How much do you think is too much for a 7-inch?
Well, because we went down with, I think it was Pirate Press down in California there.
Okay, yeah.
So we got hit with a shipping bill that was quite expensive.
Yeah.
So that kind of, I mean, it worked out. I think it was like $1,700 end of the day. And,
so that's like over $5 each, I guess, like $5.60 each or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
It's not bad.
So, I mean, if you're really serious about your band and you want vinyl, like, you got to spend serious money, right?
For real, yeah. There's no real. Well, I guess there are kind of ways around it, but I don't have a physical copy of the record. But the art looks good, and it, like, from the images online, it looks quality, which I think is important because I see people kind of cutting corners sometimes on the packaging. Even we did that. Grabert did that, where we the last record we ordered like thinner bags with this kind of that little sticky thing on top.
Oh yeah,
and that even for us was like, we didn't use them. We bought higher quality bags because it's like, fuck this. We already have a photocopy insert, you know. It's like I want to present as professionally as I can, but that generally means a lot of money. Yeah,
it was definitely like a new process for me. I think I went through a brokerage to do it.
Okay.
Vinyl Guru.
Okay.
Out of Nanaimo there, and he just made the process really easy for me. Like, I was doing my research on how to get vinyl, and it seemed harder than anything. Like,
it's
so
confusing. And there's a lot of terms.
Yeah. But luckily, over the years, like I have a graphic designer I use for everything. He was able to take care of all the artwork, and just people along the way helped me. People along the way were there to make it easy, and I mean, we put up the money for it, and I think we're at the halfway point of making our money back already. So that's all right.
Yeah. Well, even Iron Tusk is a kind of newish band, and I feel like any new band, there's that point where you have to invest. Is that initial investment? It's like a business. That first bunch of money you dump in.
Yep.
Yeah, you're at that point, I guess.
It's been a good year for us. Like, we were fortunate to open for we got to open for Red Fang back in January, and I mean we were on first, but we had 200 people there, so that was cool.
Hell yeah!
And then we opened for CKY back in June.
Sab's opened up for CKY too.
That crew was just a different feeling for us.
Oh, did that? I hear you about the different feeling. We played that show, and that's the first time I ever heard of cases referred to as deads. Like, where are you putting your deads? And we were like, you know, I felt like I knew, you know, I've been doing this for a second. I was like, what the fuck are they talking about, deads? And I learned it's your cases.
There's
levels to this shit, eh?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's like exciting, those things when you're starting off, to just add fuel to the band's tank, like, I guess literally, and also kind of like inspirationally, like, fuck, we opened for this, and checkmark things, right? Yeah,
I mean, like, I think some promoters are kind of recognizing that our band's kind of doing it the right way. Mm-hmm. I mean, we don't want to oversaturate our scene with playing every weekend, or I don't know, you know, being on every bill. You know, you don't want to be that band.
No.
Like, I think, like last year we played like maybe 3 or 4 times in Calgary, and that was it for us.
That's perfect, man. Like, I feel like I'd like to do 2 times a year in like major cities. That's perfect, I think.
I think so.
Maybe even less. But then you're also kind of sitting around like, fuck, shows are fun. Like, maybe we should play Toronto again.
Yeah.
So what else with this 7-inch, man? Like, kind of looking into it. You guys did. It's like color copies and just the black vinyl. You guys did.
Yeah, we just wanted to keep it simple this time around.
Yeah. Even
Yeah.
that shit gets expensive though, man. For real, so expensive. Did you guys also with the cassettes? Was it through Pyrus Press too, or no?
No, it was I don't know what company it was. Like the brokerage just kind of set all that up for us and got us the quotes and everything, and shipped them out fairly fast.
Cool.
For the cassettes, and then the turnaround for the vinyl was actually I think 3 months, 4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty long.
It was. I mean, checking my mail every day for a test press was kind of got me upset. But you know how that is.
Yeah. I there's a new place in Toronto called Precision, I think. I don't know if they do 7 inches. That's who we went through for the full length for the 12-inch, and it was like I feel like it was only like 6 weeks. It was it was really fast. I might be wrong. I might be talking out of my ass. But I remember it being surprisingly quick. Where we had it where we were thinking about the timeline of the release and the first song and the tour and whatever. And we got them really quick, so we were sitting on them for a fucking long time. But you don't want to go the other way around, right? Where you plan all the shit and literally don't have the copies on you.
Well, I've done that before where we had a release show and then we got them in the mail the day after the release show. So it was
fuck. Yeah. Well, we toured Matterhorn with the Sabs, and we didn't have we had the covers.
Yep.
And like download codes.
Oh man.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It sucks. And then get home and then like mail out this. I don't know. It's hard, man, because you sit on music and it's old for you, but it's I think important to remember that other people haven't heard it, right? Like I had to learn that lesson where it's like this is old, but I want it to be released properly. So if we sit on them for a month or 4 months or whatever, I remember Fuck the Facts. For their last record, I think they had their shit like all like CDs, cassettes, and vinyl for a fucking while.
Really?
You know, I could be wrong, but I remember thinking like they've had it and they're doing it perfectly. Planning.
Yeah.
Even I saw like the Kenmo dudes. They posted something about like shooting videos and just lining everything up.
Yeah.
We all want to pull the trigger on it, I think. Like, I want people to hear this. I'm proud of this. But it's important, I think, to wait. Like, for you guys, when you got them, was it you instantly booked the shows, or how was your kind of timeline with it?
Well, we got them in, I think, mid-February. Mm-hmm. So the release show was already booked back in, like, January, December-ish. So we kind of mapped it out, and we just hoped we get them like in time. We really promoted the show well. I think we had tickets available, physical copies, the online link. We did an interview with Beetroot to promote it.
I saw that. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, and then we did like a CJSW performance too, and so we went hard on promoting it, and it paid off. Like it was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
The Palomina's like one of my favorite venues. You know, they really do take care of their bands.
Did they? I think I played there once, and yeah, it was one of the early times I remember where a venue fed me, where it's like, whoa, weird.
Yeah. They do they have like a discount for bands now, and they give you like a bunch of like drink tickets and whatnot.
Cool.
And they like I said, they take care of you well.
Yeah. Well, it's arrogant maybe, but I feel like it's truth that we're bringing people, you know? It's like the bar needs to have bodies in it, and like don't discount these underground sort of metal bands because they can pull big shows even if they're not, you know, fucking big sign bands.
Yeah.
And exactly. It's cool when venues recognize that. Even something as simple as drink tickets.
Yep.
That's nice. You know, it's like, thank you. Really, how much is that out of their keg pocket, you know?
Exactly.
Pennies,
like, I mean, I've played shows where haven't even gotten paid, and you know, so to get something like that, it really does kind of make you feel good.
Yeah, it does. It's nice, man. It's just you put a lot of work and effort into it, and those little perks, like, cool, like it's not paying your bills, but it's like, well, I'm not hungry tonight. It's nice, man. It's really nice.
Yeah.
So did you guys just do those 2 shows for the release, or are you planning something in Siksika?
Well, we have Edmonton on 420. We're doing that.
Is Maddie doing that?
Yeah, we got
cool.
him doing that. We got our festival, Moments Fest, coming up, number 4.
Sick. I saw that.
And then we're doing a Banff date in June.
Oh, sorry, my little man's here. Hey,
Awesome.
come say hi to Carlin. This is two episodes in a row. Come here.
Hey, man, how you doing?
I don't know if he can hear you, but say hi, Carlin.
Hi.
Colin.
Say
Hi.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm good.
He says he's good. Okay. Good night, buddy.
But I can't hear him.
I know. It's because I have my headphones in. Okay, besos. Good night, besos. Okay. Go to sleep, bud.
Can I my husband?
Tomorrow, I'll give you these headphones. We'll listen to some cool stuff, okay? Okay, good night. How's your little one?
Yeah. Oh, she's crazy. She's awesome.
What is she, like 1.5 now or something?
Yeah. She's 14 months now. So.
Okay.
So she's almost walking, but I mean, my family, like, she's the baby of our family, so
Yeah.
everyone wants to carry her around, and she's like, I don't know. She knows what she can get, and but she's good. She's very, like, teaching her sign language. She's kind of talking a little.
Cool.
I mean,
Fuck.
she loves. Man, I've watched Moana like 100 times.
That's Cars. Our house is Cars. It's been Cars
Oh,
since
yeah?
he's like been about that age.
Yeah, and like it's great. I mean, it changes your perspective when you have a kid, you know. And I mean, my daughter, I can't imagine her growing up and going out into the world and doing crazy shit that I did when I was a teenager. So
I know, it's terrifying, man. And
Yeah.
well, you know, really, I was a pretty square kid growing up. I didn't really party. You know, I was a dork, really. So
yeah.
I'm sure for my parents, it wasn't. I'm sure it was stressful, but my other brother was like kind of wild, you know. So and I feel like that's kind of maybe the norm with kids. So yeah, I hear you, man.
Well, look at it. Look at it today. You got your iPhone. You got your Instagram, your Snapchat, your Facebook. Like, kids nowadays, like young kids have this stuff, and it's like,
man,
it scares me. You know.
I know. I was just having a conversation about this with some family, like extended family on Viv's side, and their little guy's just getting a phone, and it's a thing where the kids, that's how they communicate, right?
Yeah.
So I don't want to really be like, hey, Tay, you're not allowed to have a phone, and then that equates to him not being able, you know, him being as weird exile, excluded, because I don't know how many other parents would think how I think, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of have to let him live his life, and it's a tricky thing. I don't fucking know. It's not like our parents to us or our grandparents to our parents. It was sort of the same sort of world technologically. It's now like so intense, man. I know 100% what you're saying. It's kind of terrifying.
Well, I have a buddy. He has a daughter. I think she's like 10 or 11, and she has an iPad, but somehow she loopholed into getting on like some sort of messenger. And when he found out, he was like upset about it. It was like, I was like, I don't blame you, man. You know, and
yeah, well,
especially this day and age with people.
I know. I hate to think that I've become more distrustful of people because of all the bad news that I hear.
Yeah.
You know, is it really? Are we just more aware of how the world actually is, or is the world actually worse? I don't know.
I think a lot worse. Especially, I don't know, like, out this way, you hear a lot of crazy shit happening with our young people, and, you know, bigger cities, like, even small, like, I live in a small town, and, you know, everyone knows each other, but you still hear of crazy shit happening.
Yeah. And I wonder if it's a kind of a curve where, you know, our grandparents were like, the kids these days are crazy, and our parents are saying the kids these days, and now we're saying it. But
Yeah.
where the kids like these kids these days are drinking the booze, and then like now like these kids these days are doing blow, and if it ramps up like that, just the same.
Well, funny story. I spoke at a high school yesterday after school, this program, and they just kind of wanted to know like how it is being on chief and council and what it's been like. And these are eight high school kids at this big high school that stayed behind, heard me bullshit about what I do, and so there's programs out there. I mean, and I think some of our young people are taking advantage of that. Like, I mean, there wasn't after school programs that I was into when I was in high school. So
Yeah.
I think like there's a lot more accessibility to these kids nowadays.
Yeah, well, again, I think like all we hear is the worst news of it, right? We always hear the worst things that are happening, which definitely clouds my judgment. I would like to think that not all these kids are popping Xan and totally fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
it must. I don't. Who knows? I really fucking don't know. I walk around here, and there's a high school just down the way where we go. There's a library in there, and I'm looking at these kids, and they mostly just seem like high school kids, like me, like when I was in high school. So I'll find. Well, we're both gonna find out, man. Once our kids get older, we're gonna fucking, or we won't. We're gonna try to like be hip to what they're doing, but by then they'll be so far ahead of. They'll be putting parental locks on our own phones. Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I know for me, I discussed it with my partner. Like, we want to get her into like some sort of like programs, like music programs, or even like taekwondo, or stuff to keep her busy.
yeah, yeah, man. I agree 100%. I feel guilty when we're not doing anything at the house.
Yeah.
I feel like I gotta fucking like what the fuck's the word? Push his brain. That's not the word I'm thinking of, but just kind of push him creatively and mentally and physically. But at the same time, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Unless you know what you're doing, I have no fucking idea.
I mean, I like to think I know what I'm doing, but there's still. I think it just parents as a whole, everyone has more work to do.
Yeah, very true. You know what I think, man? I feel good that I'm a musician because it's helped me to look inwardly, and I feel like I've grown as a person because of that, which just helps me become a better person. And I don't know how many people really have some sort of exercise in their life that makes them look inwardly and grow. Like, like something struggle. Me and my other buddy were talking about this the other day on our way to a show about how it's important that people have something to strive for and get better at, because it really can be humbling, being in a band and you're like, this is the fucking sickest song ever, and like nobody's at the show. You get humbled pretty quick.
Oh man, I've had those experiences.
But it's healthy. I think it's super healthy. Check your ego and feel like you're unimportant in a healthy way.
I think you got to get like your dreams crushed every once in a couple months or once a year. Just to realize what you got.
Yeah, and it's any sort of struggle I think is important and good to help you grow. So how many people are in those shoes though that aren't just zombie work, no passion, no heart for anything? I feel like it's the majority.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
I think like people are just afraid of failure, just in general, or denial. Like I've met a few people that are so by the book, and they don't want to take any risks in life. If they're late or anything, it's the worst thing in the world. So it's crazy.
Yeah, I wonder what that's. Like, it's as simple like nobody really wants to fail, but that fear. I feel like I still have that though too. Even as simple at work. I work at a place I need to fix things sometimes, and there's a fear of I don't want to fuck this up. But really, it shouldn't. I don't know. I'm a grown ass man, but I still have these like high school insecurities or these young like stupid things. But at least I can play and have confidence in that. Really, music's been such an important part for me to just feel good, you know, to feel capable of doing something well. Oh, lost you for
You
a
there?
sec. Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like being in a band too. Like I don't know if you've experienced. Well, you've probably experienced like losing a band member is pretty harsh, you know.
Yeah. Well, like losing them, like them not being in the band anymore. Or
Yeah, like
oh.
them quitting, or you have to fire them. Like
Not too. Well, you know what? I had to kick my brother out of a band once. That was pretty hard. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Fuck. But yeah, I know what you're saying, man. That's even interpersonally, if that's a word. It's kind of intense. It's like you're the boss and you have to fire someone. I'm not a boss of anything.
No, that's one of the tough struggles of being in a band. And with this band, like funny story about this band. I think I told you this on the last podcast, but the two guys started my other band with me, my punk band, No More Moments,
Mm-hmm.
and then they left. So I rebranded and like got new guys, and then just like 5 years later, we just kind of all came back together again. So.
Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard to find people who want to do it, right? Like even with the 7-inch, it's hard to find people who are like, "Hey, you need to invest your personal money for something that might not make it back. You're kind of burning this money potentially."
Yeah. It was a pretty risky investment for us, to be honest. You know, like
For sure.
We didn't know what the outcome was going to be, but I think we just kind of put in our work for it. You know.
Well, it shows dedication too. There's a lot of things I think bands do, and there's clout. I was talking about this on the last episode. I know it's come up before too, but for me at least, a band that invests in itself, I'll pay more attention to. You know, I'm in a sea of bands that's a little sort of like blip, where I'll kind of not so much give it a chance, but it'll catch my radar.
Yeah.
Because I really,
exactly.
I feel there's a whole slew of musicians, and there's hobbyists or careerists, or like actually, you can be like a piece of all the pieces. But the fact that you guys would risk that, like it just shows that you're serious, that you care. It's like, we actually really care about this. This is really important to us, and we can show the world as simply as like, we're gonna invest a lot of money, and that's a version of it. It could also just be like, we just want to have a 7-inch and there's no fear to it. But if you don't have the money to drop on a fucking 7-inch, it's hard to swallow.
Yeah. Well, it's taken me about 10 years to get to this point, so and I feel really grateful that I've reached that milestone. And
it is a milestone, for real.
It's rad, man. And I mean, the cool thing is like with the Sunrise Records opening, taking over HMV around Calgary, I've been dropping off a couple records there, and I guess apparently they've been selling. So, and then you got all the local record stores you could do, and we did that mail out through what, Earshot or something like that, the charts.
Yeah.
That university college radio thing. So our stuff just got mailed out actually, and so we're pretty stoked about it.
Yeah, well, shit, man, it's your own thing. Like, there's nothing kind of better than your own shit. You're not working for someone else. It's like, this is my creative project, and I'm giving it a push. It's like a little boat on the ocean. You push it, and it's like, okay, see you later. Good luck.
Yeah,
it's a good feeling. You guys, did you do CDs for the radio thing, or
no,
you just sent the 7-inch?
Well, they digitalized everything, but we sent copies of our 7-inch too. So
okay,
yeah,
cool.
And I think there's like different levels. You can send like 10 copies, 25 copies, or like 50 copies. So
cool.
Yeah, we just did that, and we got a bio written for us, and did the promos, and did all the fun stuff, I guess. You know.
That shit's fun, man. Like even taking promos is fun. It makes me think of being when we first started doing this shit, and it's just like, when I was young, it was totally like kind of playing pretend and like these, in my head, I remember thinking like these promos will be in Hit Parader or something, and it's fun to play that role when you don't know, but there's still definitely a part of it that's still kind of fun. It's like it's youthful to take pictures of your bands because we don't take it super serious.
Yeah,
we're not gonna pay our mortgages with this, but it's a fine, like it's right in the middle. We take it as serious as we, I don't know, like just want to do it for our own personal reasons.
Yeah, and I mean, like, well, the guy we hired, I've known him for quite a while, and he's been around the city for a while doing stuff. But the funny thing with our promos, we try, like, you try to be serious, but we're like behind the scenes, we're trying to make each other laugh when the pictures. You know what? Yeah.
Oh, that's Cormier, man, from the bass player from the Sabs. Like, he's super silly during promos. We're like, dude, come on, like.
Yeah, and like a funny story is my guitar player. He's probably gonna hate me for this, but he had his fly down during our photos, so we had to pick a specific photo for.
Do this like really crude Photoshop of.
It's just like behind the scenes stuff that is always fun, you know.
Yeah, well, and even you don't know. You hope your band continues on, but for me, like I love looking back at these old Sabatini promos. Because it's such a time capsule, like, oh, look at his hair, or that room, or that was when this was happening. It's it's great, man. I love that documentation, and even like we make a record and you press it so that you can help the band self-sustain, but it's also a time stamp in your life. And I'm super proud of looking back at my history and kind of laughing at it as a scrapbook, like, holy, my buddy gave me the fucking first demo I ever did in high school, where we took a piece of paper and just folded it over and stapled the sides, and that was the sleeve. And it's fucking rad, man. And even us with kids, I feel like it will be cool if they want to look at that sort of photo album timeline of what their old man was doing. Promos, 7 inches.
Well, even like with ARF release, we like way back in like maybe 8 years ago, we super DIY. Like it was like the burnt CDs you can get at Walmart or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we just printed a bunch of copies of those, and that was our release. I mean, like stuff like that.
Do you still have those?
I think I have one in my mom's place, but like altogether that costs like $30, and then this release cost over $2,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah, such a contrast, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's super cool, man. I was kind of reading up for this, and so the 7 inches is. I wrote it down. Dark Void is what is it called?
Oh, Dark Spirit.
Dark Spirit. Sorry, fuck, the wrong thing.
Yeah.
But it's kind of dealing with like stories and sightings around the res or something.
Yeah. Well, remember when you guys stayed on our reserve at the Archie's house?
Yep.
Like that field you guys were in, that's a pretty
for real
spooky field. Yeah, there's like a graveyard by that area.
What? Oh, sick.
But we've always like growing up, like we've always heard ghost stories. We've always kind of had weird encounters and seen stuff. Like it's very real, and like there's a terminology through the Blackfoot language that describes these things. So we just wanted to counter on that, and I mean, it wasn't to offend anyone. It's just adding a story to it,
Do you think it would have, like, how would it offend anyone?
Well, I mean, it's very like spirits are very taboo in our community, like.
Okay.
People are like, don't talk about that because it's real. Like it's kind of like the Bigfoot thing, it's our version of Bigfoot, I guess.
Huh.
But yeah, like I mean, people who've been under like the influence of drugs and alcohol, they've seen this figure, and we just kind of had to tell the story about what roams our community.
Wow, eh? Like that is
and like
Go ahead.
Oh, like metaphorically speaking, like I mean, we're just trying to create awareness, I guess, or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. I was thinking about you guys and BPs, and I was thinking about how using music is an important, or not, like your message is important and you can portray it through music, and even, you know, the stoner sort of rock punk thing can reach the audience, which is, in my head, I think of just younger kids. We're still part of that, but that obviously is important for you. Do you like see yourselves always, you know, keeping that at the core of your music, or like your themes, you know, with B-Pigs, like Muskie will sing in Ojibwe, and there's, you know, it's definitely like the band name B-Pig 1 2 is, you know, he's Anishinaabe and proud, and I love that, you know what I mean? I love that we can use this as a channel to talk about some serious things. Now, for you guys, is that like MO? Is that your mission statement, or is it just you can pull from that when you need to? Or
I think the main focus of our band is just resilience. You know, being a First Nations in Canada, you know how our country is. Like, I think just showing our young people in all these communities. Here are some teenagers, boys, men that lived in the community. They got out of the community. They went out and did something, and you know, we went again. I guess it's kind of in our favor sometimes, you know, because like we have high rates of suicide and addictions and incarceration. So it's kind of like just painting a different picture for other people, you know. Like, I mean, how often you never hear of like a First Nations Indigenous band winning a Juno award or winning something, you know, like. I think our goal is just to keep expanding and keep growing our product. Oh
man, and I love it, because really, when you think about how many fairly known Indigenous bands that are punk or metal, I can't really list that many, you know. But there has to be. I really hope that, you know, what you guys do, and even what B-Pigs has done, will, for sure, help inspire young people in communities like that to do the same fucking thing.
Like even with No More Moments, like we had this big festival last year and we got some media coverage from like Global News. It reached out to like 5,000 people across on Facebook and whatnot. And we had people from small communities just emailing us saying, "Hey, I can't believe you guys are doing this. This is amazing. I'm in the same boat. I have a guitar. How do I do it?" You know, just stuff like that. So I think that's the overall goal. I mean, even to ourselves, like when us three rewind back 10, 12 years ago, we were sitting at our guitar player's grandma's table. They're like, where's the band going to go? What are we going to do? Where can we go? And so, like, in a way, it's cliche, but I mean, we're kind of living our teenage dreams right now, you know?
For sure, man. Fuck. Yeah, and even to take on something like Moments Fest, and even when you had us out there, because like I feel like you're really an important figure in both worlds. You know, you're on council, but you're also promoting metal shows for the young kids. It's, when I think about it, I think about just simple as the awareness to certain issues that will inadvertently be brought up, like, oh, like even as simple as I watched that Global interview and people are saying like, yeah, you know, I've never been on the res before, and kind of breaking down stereotypes or breaking down literal like distances. Like, no, like it's a community. There's loving people here. There's a lot of I feel because dude, I grew up right beside a res too, and growing up, I heard all the terrible things. Don't go there, this and that, and for even Moments Fest, like what I'm kind of getting to is Moments Fest itself. Do you feel like it's broken down a lot of those walls? Like that global thing must have definitely helped.
Oh yeah, for sure.
How is it from the first one to now? How have you seen it grow? Like, how do you feel about that sort of last 4 or 5 years about it?
The first one, we kind of just said, okay, let's put on a show, let's put a name on it, let's see what we can do, and it was great. And then the second one, kind of, okay, well, let's see how many. Let's see if we can try 16 bands and see if we can make it work with 2 stages. So we did that. Then the third year, last year, we did 28 bands.
Oh man.
We did. We had 2 stages. It went for 12 hours, and we were only maybe 25 minutes off schedule.
That's bananas.
So it was a lot of work. But then this year we said, okay, let's put out some applications. Let's see how many people are interested. And sure enough, we had over 100 bands apply.
Wow.
And like one of our headliners this year is Black Mastiff. So
Cool.
And they're going on a tour with Cancer Bats the week after. So I mean, like, to have them play Siksika, I'm stoked for it, you know, because they played. I think they played. They've played a lot of great festivals, and they've done a lot of great things. Black Mastiff. Right?
Weren't they on New Damage for a second or something?
Yeah. I think they're doing that.
Yeah.
And I think they played. What's that big festival in Chicago called? Riot Fest?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
But like to have a band like that that's done a lot of crazy things to come play our reserve, you know, it's amazing.
For sure. How has it changed people's opinions of the reserve or what you guys are doing there, or has it?
I think there's transformation happening, and not like I think a lot of these bands are getting perspective on how our community is, and you know, we're trying to do things the right way.
Yeah, well, that definitely helps. Like, imagine it was some just gong show, nothing's organized, and a big disaster. Like, to hear that it ran on time, even that alone is a feat in itself with that many bands. Even working with you, man, it was just like, Carlin knows what he's doing. He's not an idiot, you know. He cares.
It's a scary feeling when you have 28 bands playing in a hall, and you're like, damn.
For sure.
But like, to see the success of what we did last year with limited resources, and then going into it full on this year, I feel confident about it. And I mean, we got a stage manager for each stage. We got like production people, loaders, and all that. So it's gonna be great.
When is this again? May?
May 12th.
May 12th. Okay, so like a month away.
We were gonna do May long weekend, and then Slayer got announced for Calgary.
Oh yeah, smart.
And it's yeah, we're gonna lose a lot of people, you know.
Yeah,
so
for real.
We didn't want to go in that route.
Huh? Do you with the 100 bands that applied, were there a lot of Indigenous bands that applied?
Well, yeah. This lineup specifically, I think we have like 1/3 of the lineup is Indigenous bands.
That's awesome. From
like all over Western Canada. So we have a band from like Upper Saskatchewan, by Edmonton area. We have a lot of good representation coming out.
That's cool, man.
So we want to showcase them, you know, give them that platform.
Yeah. Is it? Do you feel like it's from the first year to this year, more Indigenous bands seem to have come out of the woodwork? Like, I feel like maybe you guys the first couple of years did that sort of bat signal to like, hey, there's a thing here. We're Indigenous. This is something for everyone. So inspire. Like, I'm wondering if what you guys are doing is literally relating and equating to there being more young bands on the res, like doing stuff.
Well, exactly, and that's what our mission was. And even like just a couple weeks back, I keep getting messages like, "Is there any room for the festival?" And you got to be that guy to say, "Oh, well, we had our application process."
Yeah.
But there's bands that are aware of it now. I mean,
yeah,
I'm open to booking anyone, really. Give them a chance, you know. And there have been a few bands that have played the festival that it was their first show. So
that's cool.
Yeah, you know, it's giving them the stage and the time.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if last time we talked, if it was around Moments Fest or not. It was a couple years ago, man. Like,
yeah.
I really can't even remember what the hell we were talking about.
I think we were just shooting the shit last time.
Same shit, eh?
Yeah, but I think Moments Fest was around that time, I believe.
That's cool, man.
So
I'm trying to think, like, when is Sled Island? In June?
Yeah, it's the third week in June.
Third week of June. Now I wonder. Just now, I'm just planning in my head, like, I wonder if and how and when we could do Moments Fest, and then thinking, would you guys ever try to like plan it with Sled Island? Because there's so many goddamn bands touring at that time, or would it be too much to compete with? Maybe.
Sled Island. I know that they like to collaborate with communities. So, I mean, there's opportunity there. There's another festival happening in Calgary. Actually, it's called East Town Get Down.
Okay.
It's all ages. There's 8 venues and 60 bands playing, and this is like it's in this place called Forest Lawn. I don't know if you heard of that area in Calgary, but like the dude that does Major Minor music project is coordinating that, and he has this is happening in May, and so he's been helping out. Like he volunteered last year at Moments Fest, so we're just trying to keep that relationship building going.
Yeah. Well, shit, this is the 4th year of it, right?
Yeah, and people are more like, because I got a lot going on with my job and everything.
Yeah.
People are more stoked about it than I am. I'm just so busy, but I think I feel like I'm well seasoned in putting on shows now, so
For sure.
I feel it's gonna go smoothly this year.
Yeah. Well, you hope to learn on your past experiences, right? And
Yep.
I really feel like if you're doing it for a 4th time, it'll either be the last time or you're in a flow, right? But it
Exactly.
seems like you're in a flow.
Yeah, and like we always want to do things differently. I mean, we're actually like I'm working on trying to get a charter bus from Calgary
Oh,
to come
cool.
out here. Just to get some people out,
Yeah.
because I think that's always the main concern is transportation. But last year we had a lot of people come out. I mean, people carpooled, and it was great. So
Yeah.
I'm not too worried.
That's so exciting, man. I kind of want
Yeah.
to jump back to the 7-inch again, just
Yeah,
remind
no
people
worries.
about the 7-inch. When you guys recorded it, was it off the floor or was it how did the recording go down? How'd you guys do that?
So we took the month of September, and we booked time. We booked a rehearsal for I think it was like 4 Sundays, and then on the last weekend we recorded. So each jam we wrote a new song.
Okay.
Then we would rehearse it, do an off the floor session, and then we went in on a Saturday. We got up 6 in the morning. I think we started at 8 in the morning, and we tracked till about 9 p.m. that evening. So we did like a 13-hour session of tracking.
Jesus.
So we really like were focused on it, and we had all our click tracks and everything ready. And we just spent a day doing it. So it got mixed and mastered for like I think it took a month to do that.
Uh-huh.
And then we sent off our files. We did have our artwork ready prior to anything. We got our artwork done first this time.
Oh, versus the other.
Yeah, I didn't want to be waiting for artwork. So we had everything in motion to send off the pressing. And we started talking with the brokerage in November, made our deposit in December, and then we went from there.
Now with the band, Ty is the newest member, right? Or no?
Well, he's been in the band for he joined. So we formed in summer of 2016, and then he joined the band in about December. And we had this other guitar player, but it just didn't work with him. So we just trickled down to 3 of us, and it just flowed really great because all 3 of us used to play in No More Moments, and so it just kind of made sense.
So,
And
sorry, go ahead.
And I think for us, Ty was like, "Oh, I don't want to write a No More Moments riff," so we really had to get creative with this.
So with this EP, how do you have a timeline for we're gonna push this record for X amount of time and then work on the next one, or because you're fucking busy, man. You got a kid, you got accounts, you got the bands, you got the Moments thing. Do you even think that far ahead, or like?
Well, yeah, actually, we're gonna write until maybe September. We're gonna play limited, we're not gonna tour. We're gonna do the weekend stuff, the weekend warrior kind of stuff.
I hear you, man. That
So
works for me
we're gonna,
really well.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get out to Saskatoon and Regina for a weekend, then hit up Vancouver, and then we're gonna apply for some grants for our full-length album.
Cool.
So we're hoping to get that all in motion by maybe the fall time again.
Okay.
So we're gonna write 10 songs. We're gonna try to have them ready by October for tracking.
Okay, cool. Shit. Well,
So, like, yeah, we're not a full time band. I mean, we try to jam twice a month,
Uh-huh.
but prior to getting in the studio, we'll probably put a lot more work in. Because yeah, we got life. Life happens, man.
Fuck, man, you're telling me, man.
And like Ty actually got married last year, so
Okay, cool.
he's doing the whole husband thing. And our bass player Buddy, he's actually he's getting involved in hospitality actually.
Okay.
So he's doing a course there. My reserve, we're actually opening a hotel in Calgary.
Oh, wow.
So,
Holy shit.
yeah, I think I want to say it's a Marriott, or it's one of those chained hotels,
Yeah, Marriott.
chain brand names.
Yeah. Holy shit, man. That's great.
So we got a lot of expansion there, and we're looking to create employment for our people. So a lot of great opportunity happening.
Man, that's so great. Like, I don't know. Are you optimistic?
I feel good about things. Yeah.
You emit that sort of like yeah, things are cool vibe. I wouldn't really know, you know. Every time I see you, it's just like yeah, these like posy vibes, totally.
Like oh shit, sorry.
That's
Give me
okay.
a sec. My phone. Yeah, like I mean, well, why I'm on council is so I can help our younger people, you know, help them reach whatever goal they want, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my reserve specifically, like, we just opened up a grocery store. We have our own petrol gas station. We have a Subway now. Like,
Shit.
there's a lot of cool stuff happening,
Hey.
and it's been great. It's a good time.
Hell yeah, man. Well, shit.
Yeah.
It's really because of dudes like you. Like, you know, I think sometimes of confidence versus cockiness. You are never a guy that is cocky, but I have a lot of confidence in a guy like you and what you're doing to make things happen and to fight a good fight. It's not, and I'm speaking almost out of turn, but it's just like you're right at the core of it. You know what I mean? You're at the core of it, and you're a young man, and the youth is the future. So I don't know, man. What you're doing is really fucking great. The fact that your band is putting out 7 inches and your, res is growing, it's great, man.
Well, I mean, like with our band, we're trying to create a work ethic where, it's all business when we're in the band, you know. And I mean, yeah, there's a few times where some of the my bass player will drink a little too much, but that's all right. That's normal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I've been sober for quite a while now, and I want to get everyone home safe, and just do all the safe stuff, you know.
For sure, man. And every community, metal community, friend, whatever, any literal community needs not a father figure or anything like that, but just someone who cares about the people of the community, you know. So that's even like, I don't know. I care about this community, the metal scene, and to have you on is great, man. I'm glad you hit me up. Like, I'm always open to have whoever on, and I'm busy too, so I lose track of what everyone's fucking doing. But
what episode are you at now?
this is 216.
Wow,
So
that's amazing.
yeah, I'd have to look back to see where you're at, but it's a goddamn miracle that I get these out every week. I don't know how.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like even as a musician, when we invest our money, like you got to support local, right? Or support your buddies doing your thing.
Totally, man. Totally.
Like one of my buddies, Corey. You remember Corey from Breathe Knives?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
Like he has his Twin Bat sticker going,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the guy I've worked with for the past year, and he's been excellent.
Hell yeah.
And he's a text message away. He did send me a text, but I forgot to reply. But he does a lot of great things for bands.
Yeah.
And I think if your band wants to survive, you got to support others, so they'll support you back.
Totally. It's like you take that $10 and you give it to the guy in the band, and he takes that 10 to buy the other guy's stuff, or he pays cover for a show. It's like it's a bunch of little tiny legs like carrying, the scene or whatever. But you need all those little legs, man.
And like with Corey's company, he's like the go-to guy for everything in Calgary now.
That's great. fuck. That's what you
And
hope for, right? Keep it in
yeah.
house.
All it takes is a share, post on Facebook, a repost on Instagram. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think they appreciate that a lot. And as a band, I mean, you appreciate when someone shares your stuff too, right?
Oh, Jesus Christ. 100%, because nobody fucking has to, man. No one...
No,
Everyone's
no.
busy, so anytime anyone gives a shit about anything I'm doing, it's like, oh, cool, thanks, man.
Like we had this discussion, like we have like this group chat for the band,
Mm-hmm.
and like when we were getting numbers of like what we're selling on Bandcamp or iTunes, it's like it's still overwhelming to know people care, I guess, or spend their $3 on a copy of an EP or
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
Totally, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. It really is.
Yeah.
It really, really is. I like 100% feel fucking privileged to be part of it, man. It's such a special thing, man. And well, shit, man. I do these about an hour, and then I'll do the Hibzine, or I'll just play something off the fucking record.
Yeah.
I guess just Dark Spirit would be a good track, just the opening one.
For sure, man. Yeah.
Okay,
Definitely.
I'll put that in after because I have to edit it. But this is Dark Spirit by Black Tusk. Let me just
Iron Tusk.
Sorry, Black Tusk, Iron Tusk. I support the scene, man. Get the fucking band names right. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Dark Spirit by Iron Tusk. I'll put that in right here.
In my darkness, I still pray. Try to hide from yesterday. Feel my hurts, feel my pain. Watch me fade away. I watched you fall. We lost you. From the sky, we lost you. Like lightning crawls, we lost you. Across my eyes, I'm gonna say, we lost you. I'm gonna say, we lost you. I'm gonna say, we lost you. I'm gonna say. In the darkness of your pain, run away from yesterday. Use your fear as your care. I watch you fade. I watched you fall. We lost you. From the sky, we lost you. Like lightning crawls, we lost you. Across my eyes, I'm gonna say, we lost you. I'm gonna say, we lost you. I'm gonna say, we lost you. I'm gonna say. I watched you fall. We lost you. From the sky, we lost you. Like lightning crawls, we lost you. Across my eyes, I'm gonna say, we lost you. I'm gonna say, we lost you. I'm gonna say, we lost you. I'm gonna say.
And that was that. So yeah, people can pick that up. Just Iron Tusk 666.bandcamp, right?
Yep.
Okay. You can pick up the 7-inch there. The tape is there. I'm trying to think. So this is gonna air next week. Is there anything? So there's that 420 show. Actually, this will come out before that. So, or will
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Yes, it
Yeah,
will.
yeah. We got the 420 show in Edmonton at the Avery, I believe. It's a new space. Clean Up Your Act Productions is putting it on,
Oh yeah.
and there's a bunch of bands playing that. And we got Moments Fest coming up May 12th. Siksika Nation Powwow Arbor. It's like 28 bands, a bunch of great bands.
Hell yeah.
You ever hear of Brass from Vancouver?
Yeah. We
We
once
got
played with
them coming out. We got them coming out.
Wow.
They're like one of my favorite bands because we played with them last year at Vantopia out in Three Hills, and they're crazy.
Yeah. They're pretty wild when we played with them too.
Yeah, so that's all ages. Bring the fam. Everyone takes care of each other. We make sure everyone's safe, and we want everyone to feel welcome.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. Well, if I was out that way, I would. I'd come out. I'd shuttle myself out there and give you a big fucking hug. It's been a minute, man, but this is nice. This is nice to catch up, man, for real.
Is any of your bands planning to come out this way soon?
Maybe the Sabs.
Yeah.
It's really I have no idea. It's hard, right? So I can't commit to really anything. Even Grabber, we do stuff, but it's only because it's weekends mostly, and because Mark lives in town. So I don't know.
Fair.
But if we do, man, I'll definitely hit you up for sure.
Well, that
cool.
drive is crazy, man. I know. Woodhawk just did that drive, eh?
Yeah. Are they home now, or are they just?
Yeah, I think they got home the other day, like Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, I fucking missed them when they were out this way. There was 2 things happening on the same day.
Oh, okay.
So it just didn't work out. But yeah, it's a fucking drive for sure.
Yeah, and like maybe we'll see you in the fall too, because we have intentions to go out that way too.
Word. Well, let me know, man. I'll help where I can.
Yeah, man. All right, thanks for having me, eh?
Dude, no problem, man. Anytime. Just hit me up. I don't know. Just be safe, and I'll see you when I see you, man.
All right, take care, brother.
All right, peace, buddy.
Bye.
All right, cool. I guess this is the new thing where people just leave and I'm left all by myself. So you guys can grab that the 7-inch at Iron Tusk. I'm such a shit, eh? Fuck. Always getting band names wrong. Really, if you are my close kind of friend, you'll notice. If you hang with me long enough, I get names wrong, people's names wrong, band names wrong. What does that mean? Yeah, I'm just a half-head, I guess. But so yeah, Iron Tusk 666.bandcamp.com. Grab that. Let me just close this off then. I guess this is Take Her Wide 216 with Carlin. This was brought to you by Ironclad Graphics in Kingston. They do silk screening. It's affordable. It's good quality stuff. Mention the show and you'll get $25 off. Kevin Rigo at Heffner Toyota out in Kitchener, if you want to go see him. DaveLevittPhotography.ca. It was great. Fuck, Dave came with me out to the Ajax show with Grabber. Fucking best dude. I don't know if he's listening or not, but fuck. Just a solid fucking guy. DaveLevittPhotography.ca. WellingtonBrewery.ca for the beers. They have that grisette. 25 cents is donated to the women's... I don't have the sheet in front of me. Sorry. Fuck. Let me get it here. Donated to Guelph Wellington Women in Crisis. 25 cents off of each can. So that's fucking super dope. Also, dapperbeardoil.com. Use the promo code TakerWide free ship and you'll get free shipping. And I think that is all. Yeah, this is great. The show is slowly growing, and I appreciate the listeners, guys. I fucking do. The Instagram page is Taker Wide Podcast. Go check there for past episodes. You can just scroll through, and what I'm doing is if it's the most recent picture, then just go to my bio, and it'll just link you directly to that episode, or just search on your podcast app. Tell a friend if you guys can. It's difficult in a way to grow the show because I can post on Facebook and I see, people see it, but I need people to literally subscribe and download each episode, which is hard to do. How do you convince someone to hey, get the app, search it, find it? I don't know how you guys yourselves have found it, but I kind of view this like a band. It's kind of grassroots, word of mouth. That's kind of how it'll grow. I don't have a fucking marketing budget. So, I don't know, tell a friend, suggest guests. I don't know. Maybe I need to use the Facebook page more as a forum. I'm thinking about maybe starting a homepage just to have more content in I could post the poster for the Moments Fest or link videos and shit. I don't know. I'm open to ideas. But yeah, I'm just ranting here at this point. This is Taker Wide. Thank you guys so fucking much. I'll be back next week. Be safe.